Greetings to the imprisoned citizens of the United States. We are Unitarian Jihad. We wage war for tolerance, empathy, and the freedom of each person to be wrong. There is only God, unless there is more than one God. The vote of our God subcommittee is 10-8 in favor of one God with 2 abstentions. Brother Flaming Sword of Moderation noted the possibility of there being no God at all, and his objection was noted with love by the secretary. Greetings to the imprisoned citizens of the United States. Too long has your attention been waylaid by the bright baubles of extremist thought. Too long have fundamentalist yahoos of all religions, except Buddhism, 14-5 vote, no abstentions, fundamentalism subcommittee, made your head hurt. Too long have you been buffeted by angry people who think that God talks to them. You have a right to your moderation. You have the power to be calm. We will use the IED of truth to explode the SUV of dogmatic expression. People of the United States, why is everyone yelling at you? Whatever happened to, important news? Why is the news dominated by nutballs saying that the 10 Commandments have to be tattooed inside the eyelids of every American, or that Allah told them to kill Americans in order to rid the world of Satan, or that Yahweh has instructed them to go live wherever they feel, or that Shiva thinks bombing mosques is a great idea? Sister Immaculate Dagger of Peace notes for the record that we mean no disrespect to Jews, Muslims, Christians, or Hindus, referred back to the Committee of the Whole for further discussion. We are Unitarian Jihad. We are everywhere. We have not been born again, nor have we sworn a blood oath. We do not think that God cares what we read, what we eat, or whom we sleep with. In fact, if she were omniscient, she would already know what you read. Brother Neutron Bomb of Serenity notes for the record that he does not have a moral code, but he is nevertheless a good person. An unexalted leader, Garot of Forgiveness, stipulates that Brother Neutron Bomb of Serenity is a good person, and this is to be reflected in the minutes. Beware. Unless you people shut up and begin acting like grown-ups with brains enough to understand the difference between political belief and personal faith, the Unitarian Jihad will begin a series of terrorist-like actions. We will take over television studios, kidnap so-called commentators, and broadcast calm, well-reasoned discussions of the issues of the day. We will not try for balance by hiring fruitcakes. We will try for balance by hiring non-ideologues who have carefully thought through the issues. We are Unitarian Jihad. We will appear in public places and require people to shake hands with each other. Sister Hand Grenade of Love suggested that we institute a terror regime of mandatory hugging, but her motion was not formally introduced because of lack of a quorum. We will require all lobbyists, spokesmen, and campaign managers to dress in polka dot jumpers in public and post all secret meetings minutes to Wikipedia. Televangelists will be forced to take jobs as Teletubbies. Demagogues of all stripes will be required to read Proust aloud in prisons. After, someone's going to have to explain that joke to me. I don't get it. We are Unitarian Jihad, and our motto is, sincerity is not enough. We have heard enough sincere people to last a lifetime already. Just because you believe it's true does not make it true. Just because your motives are pure does not mean you are not doing harm. Get a dog, or comfort someone in a nursing home, or just feed the birds in the park. Play basketball, lighten up. The world is not out to get you, except in the sense that the world is out to get everyone. People of the United States, we are Unitarian Jihad. We can strike without warning. Pockets of reasonableness and harmony will appear as if from nowhere. Nice people will run the government again. There will be coffee and cookies in the Gandhi room after the revolution.
Why are UUs the worst hymn singers?
They're too busy reading ahead to be sure they can say the words.
Okay, so we'll have a vote on the motion that because they only sing hers.
Okay, if you will join me in reading the offering responsively.
It can buy a house, but not a home. It can buy a bed, but not sleep. It can buy a clock, but not time. It can buy a book, but not knowledge. It can buy a position, but not respect. It can buy medicine, but not health. So you see, money isn't everything. It often causes pain and suffering. So give your money to the church. Cash only, please. As we take up the morning offering, let us give freely, generously, and in accordance with what we reported on our income tax forms. Are y'all there? Maybe. Are we all there?
That's an open question.
All we want is a church right here, filled with folks who are full of cheer, with fun so we won't fear. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Lots of coffee for us to drink, lots of programs to make us think, some cash to fix the sink. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Oh, so lovely, giving to support the fellowship. We'll give freely so the board won't have to use a whip. We will give till we feel real good, doing more than we thought we should. It seems like what we should. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Lovely, 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 lovely.
What do the over 40 UUs call a young adult UU who is on the church board, on the worship committee, makes the coffee, runs the nursery, and chairs the pledge drive? A slacker.
At this time, I'd like to congratulate our final two contestants, Samuel Banks and Eddie the Brick Harrison. Just as a reminder, the winner will be receiving a full tuition scholarship. Are you two ready to begin? All right. Samuel, the first word is for you, and the word is holla.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the word?
Holla, as in holla back at me playa.
Could I have the definition, please?
Yes, to call out or communicate with.
Holla. Holla? Holla?
That is correct. Eddie, your first word is dog.
Dog. D-A-W-G. Dog.
That is correct.
Wait, what?
Sam, your next word is popo.
Yeah, I'm gonna need the definition again.
Popo, a noun meaning police officers or other law enforcement entities, as in, yo, we better bounce because the popo be all up in here.
Could I have the origin, please?
It just says P. Diddy.
I'm sorry, are these real words?
You have 10 seconds.
Ah, yes. Popo. P-O-P-O, popo?
Correct. Eddie, your next word is janky.
Yo, can I get a definition?
Janky, an adjective meaning that something is undesirable or repellent, as in, dude, your gym socks be all janky. Can also be used in other forms, such as janked up or jankety.
Janky. J-A-N-K-Y. Janky.
Correct.
I'm sorry, are these slang terms? Because it was my understanding.
Your next word is I eat.
See, that's what I mean. I don't think Webster's would agree.
Would you like a definition?
No, could I just have it in a sentence, please?
I eat, as in, sup yo, it ain't I eat when you fittin' to roll up in my crib with your outdated stilo, flossin' like you got cheddar, 'cause it ain't crunk to front when you're driving that hoopty.
What?
Would you like me to use another sentence? I have them all up in the heezy.
No, I just worked too hard for this scholarship, but I don't stand a chance here. I mean, I listen to country music.
Well, we all make mistakes, but I'm afraid we only have 5 seconds.
Ite. A-I-G-H-T, ite.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Of course it is.
Eddie, you have a chance to steal the word here.
It's not a word.
Ite. A-I-I-G-H-T. Ite.
That is correct.
Always forget that old rule, I before E, except in times where you just want to add another I.
Howie?
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the 25th annual Inner City Spelling Bee and the recipient of the full tuition scholarship, Eddie the Brick Harrison. And for our runner-up, and for our runner-up, we have a half tuition scholarship.
For real? Sick, yo!
Et voila.
Why did the UU cross the road?
Why?
To get to the coffee pot.
So if everyone who is willing and able will stand up for a moment to sing hymn, it's actually kind of hymn number 114, but not really. So it's in your order of service, forward through the pages.
Amen.
And now we are very honored to have the Reverend Bill Staton, who will be giving a Baptist sermon.
Unitarians need a Baptist sermon every now and then to keep you humble. I have a very serious message. In many ways, it's a sad message. My subject today is Little Bo Peep. It says here, Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and doesn't know where to find them. Now that's reasonable, isn't it? Isn't it reasonable to assume that if Little Bo Peep had lost her sheep, that she wouldn't know where to find them? Now that basically is reasonable. But leave them alone. Now that overwhelms me. Completely overwhelms me. The man says she lost her sheep, then boldly states she doesn't know where to find them, and then has the stupid audacity to say, leave them alone. Now think for a moment. Critically think. Critically think. If Little Bo Peep had lost her sheep and she didn't know where to find them, she'd have to leave them alone, wouldn't she? So leave them alone. Leave them alone. It's in the book. Leave them alone, and they'll come home. Oh, yes, there's going to be a brighter day tomorrow because they will come home. They will come home a-wagging their tails. Pray tell me, what else could they wag? They will come home a-wagging their tails. Behind them. Behind them. Did we think that they would wag them in front? Of course, they might have come home in reverse. I really don't know. But nonetheless, it's in the book. Now, if you will, I'd like for you to sing. We're going to sing hymn number 822. You'll find your books somewhere around under your seats, on your lap, and your neighbor, in the back, wherever. But we're going to sing hymn number 822 and sing it with a great deal of joy and celebration. You remember Grandma's lye soap, good for everything in the home, and the secret was in the scrubbing. It couldn't suds and wouldn't foam. Then let us crossing the Alabama. Grandma's lye soap, good for everything, everything in the farm, the cats and dead dogs, the dirty dishes, and for your face and for your hands. Okay, we're going to sing the second verse. Let's hit it with a great exuberance. It's not raining inside today. Second verse. Thank you kindly. Little Herman and Brother Thurman had an aversion to washing their ears. Grandma scrubbed them with the lye soap, and they haven't heard a word in years. Then let us crossing the Alabama. Grandma's lye soap, oh, good for everything, everything in the home, the pots and kettles, the dirty dishes. Well, let's sing what's left of the third verse. Mrs. O'Malley, out in the valley, suffered from ulcers, I understand. She swallowed a cake of Grandma's lye soap, has the cleanest ulcers in the land. Then let us crossing the Alabama. Grandma's lye soap all over the place. Pots and kettles, the dirty dishes, for your hands and for your face.
Oh. Well, this is sort of part 2. How many Unitarians does it take to change a light bulb? None. We accept the light bulb the way it is.
I'm a UU indeed, for I've never had a creed. Don't fence me in. I am content as can be with my own theology. Don't fence me in. Let me speak out my mind, for it's understood. There's only one commitment, and it's sisterhood. When we have each other, when we all feel good. Don't fence me in, just turn me loose. Let me wander as I ponder on the meaning of my life. Love and respect are the principles that guide us, seeking peace instead of strife. I want to be one with humankind and converse with the living web of the universe. I can't follow dogma, I find doctrine worse. Don't fence me in, just turn me loose. Let me wander as I ponder on the meaning of my life. Love and respect are the principles that guide us, seeking peace instead of strife. I want to be one with humankind and converse with the living power of the universe. I can't follow dogma, I find doctrine worse. Don't fence me in.
How many Unitarians does it take to replace a light bulb? None. You can't replace light bulbs with Unitarians. They complain too much when you try to screw them in.
That's a lead-in for you.
Yeah. So I'm going to get me one of them robes. I think that might improve my sermonizing a great deal. So I have the straight line, so everybody gets the funny stuff. I'm the stuff that doesn't make right. That makes the rest of it work. But I often find that sermons that set out to be deliberately funny fall flat in their faces, so I'm not going there. I used to be a great teller of jokes, as well as a rather wickedly caustic wit, but I find that almost none of the jokes I know are appropriate, and that working at being professionally kind tends to put a damper on nasty asides. Luckily, I have a couple girlfriends I can still dish with, and occasionally I still need the outlet. And every once in a while I can be found in a booth at Perkins, which is always good for a laugh in itself, howling and holding my stomach in the company of good friends. It is a familial trait. I may have mentioned that Deb was heard to snort at someone's joke when she was in a coma. Inshallah, may it be same for me, and may people crack the most inappropriate jokes. In my family, perhaps because we felt safe and loved, a good sarcastic barb was laughed at hysterically by the butt of the joke, as well as by the rest of the family, although we never made those jokes at Mom's expense because she didn't find them funny. Sadly, my husband thinks that puns are funny, but that my jokes are not. Do you think that has anything to do with all the jokes being directed at him? What's wrong with people? I saw a meme on Facebook the other day that suggested that someone, at least, agrees with me. It suggested if you lose one sense, your other senses are enhanced. That's why people with no sense of humor have such an exaggerated sense of self-importance. But seriously, folks, laughter, the best medicine. It's been proven that laughter helps to heal us. As ridiculous as that sounds, that stupid ha-ha game where you all lie around with your head on one another's stomach and try laughing. If you've never done that, it's really ridiculous and you never want to admit that you've done it, but it's pretty funny. But it changes your vitals, even when it's fake laughter. And science aside, because really what about me, I have a lot of friends who, when walking toward death, wanted nothing more than a huge dose of laugh-in and hilarity on their TVs. Mom, even way beyond you would have thought she was capable of jokes, could giggle with the best of them. Babies, before they're able to do much else, start laughing, and they, whoever they are, think that it's part of working their mouths so that they will eventually be able to form words, which seems sort of dismissive of the importance of laughter. What we laugh at is cultural, if you discount cute babies. So making connections across cultures and figuring out what others think is funny is a great way to fit in. I think it's bigger than that. I think that laughter can hold, if not be, the roots of peace. Peace is so complicated, but laughter makes it grow. So maybe the meme I did the other day with Jen should have read that laughter waters the roots of peace. If we can share that things are absurd, we can move towards fixing them. Laughter with someone, rather than at them, is a generous invitation to share a worldview, if only for a second. Sarah told me that when she and Dee came back after our Staten Island visit, they stood in the hall trying to figure out what felt different about our church from the one we had left. They finally agreed was that this space feels laughed in. There are plenty of places that we may miss the boat. Laughter is not one of them. Look at Kathy's sermon last week. It was such a challenging topic, yet still in the middle of it, there you were, laughing. And to preach at a church that doesn't laugh, it's pretty clear how funny you find yourself when no one else is laughing. It's not amusing. Some psychologists would tell you that nervous laughter is an avoidance technique. So what? Someone tells you that your life is over, you need some sort of cushion. The clockwork orange moments come to you in the middle of the night. A friend of mine who's received a terminal diagnosis is finding great and hilarious comfort in the fact that her niece has offered to kneecap anyone who unctuously informs her how best to die. She doesn't want these people hit, really. She wants them to be kind or to shut up. But in the meantime, she copes as she can. So she laughs inappropriately. Might as well get in all the laughter you can, she feels, because who knows? Either we're down for the long winter's nap, or if some people are right, we're going to a place where people talk in sepulchral terms and spend a lot of time trying not to trip over our heavenly garb. If there's a hereafter, I want to go where they're laughing, okay, if you have anything to do with that. Sarah hauled Marion and me off to a meeting of religious educators. I'll skip the jokes. It's very much like many meetings of ministers. There were some very serious people there. Religion and church are very serious business, you know. Yeah, we know. People are hungry. We need to take that seriously. But if we're not laughing while we're gathering money, making websites, packing bags with toothbrushes, we are not enjoying life. Somewhere I saw a saying, and it was in pre-meme days, so I can't just look it up, that went along these lines. And it's probably somebody very famous who should be credited, but you can't Google what you can't remember. Delighted laughter is the thanks the Creator desires from the created for creation. So before death, I want to laugh. I want to laugh when people send me wackadoo messages comprised of ridiculous songs. Thank you very much, Jordy. I want to laugh at things that hurt too much to look at. I want to laugh at the fact that we're expected to level the playing field in an unequal world while we're dragging the leveler behind us. I want to laugh over memories with the people with whom they were created. I want to sit at the bedside of the newly born and the ill and the preparing to depart and laugh. I want to laugh with you and water the roots of peace, because after the laughter, there's work to do. But the laughter makes the work and the memories sweet. So let us drink deep at the well of laughter.
Okay, what do Unitarians believe in? Recycling.
So as you can see from your order of service, you don't get to read the closing words this time. A young mother who had left the church in which she grew up was visiting churches with her 7-year-old son. They were not happy with any of the churches we saw. I know there are a lot of people here who did church shopping before they found us, so you'll understand this. But then they went to the First Unitarian Universalist Church of Detroit. All the boy could say the next week was, "Can we go back to the church where people laugh?" So now, if you will please join me in the words to extinguish the chalice. We are often asked to tell where we stand. The only true answer is that we do not stand at all. We move. Okay, and now will all who are willing and able please stand to join us in our closing hymn, Coffee, 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 in your insert.
What is the greatest challenge of our liberal faith? Figuring out what all the UU acronyms stand for.
You do the benediction responsively with me. May you be happy.
May you be happy.
May you be well.
May you be well.
May you be filled with kindness and peace.
May you be filled with kindness and peace.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.